The ordeal began on October 2, 2002. A seemingly ordinary day was shattered in Wheaton, Maryland. A lone gunman took aim. James D. Martin, a 55-year-old program analyst, was shot and killed. He was just going about his day at a shopping mall. Little did anyone know, this marked the beginning of a terrifying spree. Over the next 3 weeks, the DC metropolitan area was gripped by terror. Random shootings occurred with alarming frequency. Each incident brought a fresh wave of panic. 10 lives were tragically cut short. 3 others were critically injured. The victims were ordinary people. They were going about their daily routines. The randomness of the attacks amplified the fear. No one knew who would be next. People were afraid to pump gas, go shopping, or even walk their dogs. The sniper could strike anywhere, anytime. The Washington, D.C. area was effectively held hostage by an invisible enemy. The shootings weren't confined to one location. They were spread across Maryland, Virginia, and Washington, D.C. This geographic diversity added another layer of complexity to the investigation. Law enforcement was faced with a mobile and elusive adversary. The sniper was always one step ahead. The Montgomery County Police Department took the lead in the investigation. Chief Charles Moose became the public face of the investigation. He provided regular updates to a worried nation. The FBI and other agencies joined the massive manhunt. They were determined to bring the sniper to justice. The investigation was complex and sprawling. Hundreds of investigators worked tirelessly, following every lead. Tips poured in from the public. Each one had to be carefully examined. The pressure was immense. The authorities knew they were dealing with a cunning adversary. They needed to catch the sniper before they struck again. The investigators faced a daunting task. The sniper was incredibly elusive. They left behind very little evidence. The only clues were the victims and the terrifying precision of the attacks. The authorities used every tool at their disposal. They conducted ballistic analysis, reviewed surveillance footage, and interviewed countless people. Public fear was palpable, schools were closed, and people were afraid to leave their homes. The sniper had brought a sense of normalcy to a standstill. The investigation continued around the clock. The authorities were determined to restore a sense of safety to the community. They would not rest until the sniper was apprehended. A crucial break came when the sniper contacted the authorities directly. They made a series of taunting calls to the tip line. One call mentioned a robbery murder in Montgomery, Alabama. This detail proved crucial, linking to the sniper's past. A fingerprint matched Lee Boyd Malvo, a 17-year-old. He was traveling with John Allen Muhammad, a Gulf War veteran. Muhammad had been training Malvo in marksmanship. The authorities released their photos and vehicle information. The manhunt intensified as law enforcement closed in. On October 24, 2002, after a 3-week reign of terror, the snipers were apprehended. A tip led police to a rest stop in Myersville, Maryland. There they found John Allen Muhammad and Lee Boyd Malvo asleep in their car. Inside, police discovered a Bushmaster .223 caliber rifle. This was the weapon used in the shootings. The arrest ended the terrifying ordeal. The DC area breathed a collective sigh of relief. Both were tried and convicted. Muhammad was executed in 2009. Malvo received 6 life terms without parole. The attacks left a lasting impact on the nation. They highlighted the devastating consequences of gun violence. The victims will never be forgotten.